I'm in Grand Central Station, and I don't think that there's a better spot in New York City to do one of my favorite photo techniques, long exposures. I'm going to be using the brand new OM-3 from OM Systems, and though it's brand new, it might seem familiar to you if you're a film shooter like me. It feels a lot like the classic film SLRs Olympus built in the film days, and I do really appreciate the compact size. So let's set up for a long exposure. I brought my tripod, but I'm actually not sure if I'm really going to need it, but let's see. What's amazing is that I have a few different custom buttons on this camera, so once I find a setting that works for long exposures and that I personally like, I can actually program a button on the camera so I can very easily access it whenever I'm out and about shooting. So that's very good for street photography because sometimes you have to react to a situation quickly, and having those custom buttons, especially for something more specialized like a long exposure, is very nice. Talking about buttons, this camera is designed in a way that makes the shooting experience super satisfying. Each button and dial has a different resistance and sound, which is super similar to the Olympus film cameras, but of course this camera is packed with computational features. Let's go check them out. One of those features being the in-camera noise reduction for when you're shooting at a high ISO. So I'm going to start with a low ISO, and then I have 3 seconds and F10, and that should be about right. Let's try it out. Looks pretty good. I'm going to adjust it a little bit. I'm just going to do it a little shorter. This time 2 seconds. Let's see what that does. Yes, that's very good. Let's also check out one of my other favorite features of this camera, which is the customizable creative modes. I think this scene particularly would be really cool in black and white. So I'm going to create a custom creative setting on the mono setting, and let's see how it turns out. This scene right here is, I think, a great opportunity to talk about one of OM's best computational features, which is the Live ND. Live ND is super easy to turn on in the camera menu and makes it a super fun experience to create long exposure photos. So with Live ND, you can actually see what your exposure is going to look like before you take the photo, which if you're doing long exposures, some of those exposures can be 10-20 seconds long, so having to wait the whole time and then to see the result can be a little bit tricky if you're a street photographer and you want that flexibility with time. So having the Live ND is really helpful with composition and exposure, and it just makes it a lot more fun to do long exposures. Oh, it looks so much better already. It's almost dark enough. I think it's dark enough now, so let's try a few different settings and see what the camera tells us. I'm actually going to increase the ND filter a little bit just so I can extend the time that I can do the exposure. And that's very easy to do. All right, so that was 6 seconds, which is already pretty cool, but I'm going to try to go even longer. I'm going to do a 50-second exposure, so wish me luck. Looks good. I was hoping I could do this handheld too, but I don't know if I can hold my camera up for 50 seconds. All right, let's see. Oh, wow. Whoa. That's so cool. I love that. Okay, I'm actually gonna go on the other side so we'll have different color light trails. Just gonna take that with me. I think on this side it's going to be really interesting because we not only have light trails coming this way, we also have them coming that way. I hope they will show up. Long exposure really lets you enjoy the scenery. Okay, so what I found is that I really like the 30-second mark for these exposures. So I'm actually going to go ahead and assign this setting specifically to one of the custom buttons so that when I'm out and about, I can just quickly set it to that setting and can be ready to shoot immediately without having to dial it in. Showing me it's too dark, which I can see that. So I'm going to go up. Really like that 30-second mark. And then I can adjust it with the aperture. And I actually kind of like it slightly darker, so I'm going to keep it at f8. Yeah. There we go. I just got to the last location for today, and I think this would be the perfect spot to talk about my actual favorite feature of this camera, which is that you can do double exposures right in camera. I'm trying to get the sign of the restaurant and the people inside the restaurant. Whoa, I think that worked. I love doing this with film, but obviously you never know what you're going to get until the film's developed, which is a totally different shooting experience than this, where you can actually see what your composition is going to be like in the camera. With the OM-3, I can actually have full control over how exactly I want to stack my exposures, because the first image I took is overlaid on the screen, so I can compose the second exposure perfectly. I really like this bar sign. I'm going to try to incorporate it. So if you are somebody that prefers using their creativity while you're out and about, rather than later on when you're editing, this might be the perfect camera for you. This camera can do so much while you're out and about shooting, without ever having to open your laptop to do any editing. There are so many amazing features that let you create finished photographs right in the camera without ever having to open your laptop to do any edits. So if you are somebody that prefers using their creativity while you're out and about shooting rather than later on when you're editing, this might be the perfect camera for you. I had so much fun today shooting with the OM-3, and the creative possibilities really do seem endless. So I would love to hear in the comments below, how would you use the features that I showed you today? Let me know. Bye.